Hey Pile One, welcome to my channel. We're back doing another future spouse pick a card reading. I apologize ahead of time for any noise that you hear outside. I swear they are constantly working at the landscaping here. If I waited until they were done, I'd never be able to record any videos. So there you go. All right. Pile One, let's see. We are doing a reading on meeting your future spouse. Okay, everything we can pull about meeting your future spouse. So how you're going to meet them, where you're going to meet them, when you're going to meet them, and any other miscellaneous information that might come out regarding this topic. Okay, I'm super excited. I don't know why. I just am. Just keep in mind, Pile One. This is a general reading, so that means just take whatever resonates. Anything that does not resonate, just leave that behind for somebody else. I do have personal readings available in the future spouse category. If you would like to check them out, just check the description box below. There are a lot of $25 readings available for future spouse readings. If you would like something specific to this, like meeting your future spouse, but with you and your future spouse's energy pulled out specifically, you could get what's called a future spouse 3 questions reading, and the 3 questions can be, where you're going to meet, how you're going to meet, and when are you going to meet. Okay, so yeah, just check the description box below for that specific reading. Otherwise, we're going to get right to it. Pile One. You guys were drawn to the Fire Quartz Palm Stone. Let's pop this lovely lady over here. Fire Quartz, that's the root chakra. That's also fire energy, you guys. So, that could be speaking in terms of like the timing when you will meet your person. It could be during a fire season. Fire is Aries, Leo, Sag, so that could be Aries season, Leo season, or Sagittarius season. Let's see what else we got here. We got peace. Overall energies about meeting your future spouse. We got the 7th house, ruled by Venus, as well as the sign of Libra. Rules over relationships, contracts, other people, enemies, romantic and business partnerships, equality, sharing. Let's see what else we got here. We got self-worth, overall energies. And look at that. We got ring. So we got a couple of different, you guys, Pile One, quite literally, this is giving me energies of either, and it could be both, right? Meeting your person through friends and family. Your future spouse might be the friend or a family member of, a spouse to either your friend or family member. For instance, like this is just an example. Let's say you have a best friend or your sister or your brother, right? It could be your best friend's or your sister or your brother's spouse is the way that you meet your future spouse, if that makes sense. Okay, this is just some energy coming through. You guys literally can meet them at a wedding with, that we got marriage here twice. Peace, that's giving me like meeting them through or at like a church. Or some place where it symbolizes peace, like a retreat, or something having to do with meditation. Self-worth. This is letting me know that you're going to meet them at a time possibly when your self-worth is solid. We got peace and self-worth right next to each other. Okay. Those are just some energies wanting to come through. Let's see. We're going to first do how. How are you going to meet them? This is going to kind of give us some clues about what's going on in your life when this person comes. How are you going to meet your future spouse? How is Pile One going to meet their future spouse? How? Oh, we got poor health. Let's see, this says neglecting habits, health needs assessment, mental health conditions, addictive habits, toxicity. Let's get one more. This is toxic situation / people it's time to purge, having a toxic mindset, dead end relationships. Let's get one more. How is Pile One meeting their future spouse? Between worlds. Okay, yeah, I feel like some clues here, okay? How you're going to meet them, it's going to be in the midst of clearing all of this stuff out. So poor health is giving me, like, you might meet them while you are focusing on improving your mental and or physical health, emotional health too, right? Because I was picking up on kind of like retreat energy. You're going to be meeting your future spouse at a time and or a place where, like, this is giving me energies of, like, you know, meeting them at a seminar that is about boosting your self-esteem, boosting your self-confidence. This could even be at like an ayahuasca retreat or something like that, you know, plant medicine ceremonies, where the aim and the purpose is to heal, to clear away toxicity. I love that pieces here, because this is letting me know, like, this is like a guiding post to let you guys know. Between worlds says torn between two paths, space between the old and the new, trying to balance your two lives in transition. Let's clarify some of this. Let's look at poor health. Actually, I want to clarify with the tarot. Let's clarify poor health for how. Yeah, I do feel like it's so self-worth. Yes, is definitely coming up. Look at that. King of Pentacles energy. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles coming up in the reverse. With, let's see, the Ace of Swords in the upright position at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so your future spouse is going to be coming in at a time when you finally, and I heard it like that, finally, when you finally decided to take control, take the reins of your own personal health. I just heard they come at a time when you're no longer seeking a future spouse to quote unquote fix your problems. I don't know if this is subconscious, if you know that you're doing this, because this is the message that's coming through. You might be directly or indirectly putting your life on hold, or putting your healing on hold, or putting something on hold, wanting a future spouse to come in and fix those things for you. That's a message that's coming through. Your future spouse comes in at a point in time when you've made the decision that you're no longer going to wait for a future spouse. Not that you don't want a future spouse. It's not necessarily the energy of giving up. But I mean, that could be, you know, that could be true for someone watching, okay? But there is an energy here of no longer putting off what's important to you. You're doing it anyway, right? So a lot of that is taking care of yourself, getting your mental health in order, your physical health, your spiritual health, your emotional health in order. And I am picking up energies of going to a gym, you know, seeing a psychiatrist or a psychologist. You know, I just heard going to temple. Okay, so that kind of energy, for the purposes, it's like shadow work, really, is what it feels like. But I mean, it can go beyond shadow work and can be taught, because this talks about purging, right? It's time to purge, and purging toxic situations and toxic people. Like, there's a overhaul going on in your life energetically, that includes mental, emotional, and even in people and physical, right? Let's find out what between worlds is. What's between worlds? For how are you going to meet your future spouse? The Knight of Swords. Things feel very chaotic in the space in between. Between worlds. Why is the Knight of Swords in Judgment? Okay, yeah. There's a choice that needs to be made, pile one. This is you, like, making, so you might feel torn between two worlds or two paths right now. not quite sure which direction to go in, but it feels like you finally choosing a path to go down. That could be it too. Maybe you were putting off healing or putting off, there's something I feel like you've been putting off, that how you meet your future spouse, that timeline is activated once you stop living between worlds, so to speak. There's like something that you've been holding off on that you finally decide, okay, I'm doing it anyway. It's that energy, right? With how you're going to meet your future spouse. I'm doing it anyway. I don't, you know, there is an underlying energy of some of you, not all of you, right? It's a general reading. Holding out for a future spouse to come in and make things right again, okay, for some of you. So the timeline where, you know, you meet your future spouse, like that's activated. How you're going to meet them is when you choose a path, right? With Judgment here. It's like, despite the chaos with the Knight of Swords in reverse, despite the chaos, you're like, I'm breathing life back into my own world again. Right, especially with Judgment here. Judgment, it can be resurrective. It can be the breath of life. And it's like, you know, you've noticed, I don't know, maybe some things you've been stalling on taking actions on some things. And it's like the decision to breathe that energy, you know, into yourself. Feeding that energy into yourself, taking control of your mental health, your physical health, your financial health. A lot of that too here with King of Pentacles, with all this Pentacle energy. King of Pentacles is serious. It's getting serious about things, right? And it's like, yeah, you want a future spouse, but you're not letting that hold you back any longer, right? Oh, yeah, and then look at the Eight of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Getting to work. And for some of you, it's like whatever you're feeling in between worlds in, it's like even if you don't know what your choices are, it's that energy of, okay, yes, I'm at this crossroads. I don't know which way to go. I'm in transition. I have no choice but to sit here and see how something is going to unfold before I pick a path to go. But while I'm sitting here, I'm going to sit here and get to work on myself. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to go see, you know, that doctor or that psychiatrist or whatever that I've been needing to see, or get something checked out, right? And it's when you've made that decision, when you've decided to breathe life back into yourself and into your own life, is what activates, I'm hearing this specifically, that's what activates the timeline where you and your future spouse finally meet. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at where are you guys going to meet? Let's see if we can pull. Where are you gonna meet? You know what? There's a deck that I need to get out real quick, you guys. I just now thought of it. Give me a second. I'm gonna track it down real quick. Yeah, because we're doing where. Okay, yeah, here we go, found it. Situations. Let's see if this will give us some information about where, or pointing us to where. Where is Pile 1 going to meet their future spouse? Where is Pile 1 going to meet their future spouse? We got Poison. So much stuff coming up about toxicity, you guys. Where is Pile 1 going to meet their future spouse? Give me a couple more. Oh, we got Children, but it's coming up in the reverse. All of these are like in the upright position, so if something pops out in the reverse, I keep it that way because it was meant to. And then we got Threatened. You guys, I honestly feel like a lot of you, where you're going to be meeting this person is at a place where you're cleaning up some kind of toxicity, okay? Literally. So you could be at the gym sweating out, right? Toxicity. Or you could be at some kind of a plant medicine retreat, ayahuasca specifically coming up, because that's kind of what it does. It cleans, it rids the body, and, you know, even energetically, of toxins. Something where there's some kind of toxicity removed, you know, toxic waste being removed. This is giving me energies of meeting them at, like, you know, a doctor's office, meeting them at, you know, a counselor's office, or what are there, some other things? Whatever it is, whatever the place is, it has to do with some kind of poison, some kind of toxicity, something like that. Look at cleansing at the bottom of the deck. You can't make this shit up. This says meditation, clearing space, and removing negativity. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna delve a little bit more. Where is pile one gonna meet their Where is pile one gonna meet their person? With children in the reverse, I mean, this could be talking about maybe some infertility issues. Maybe at a place, you know what I mean? It could be talking about infertility, not being able to, you know, get pregnant or get somebody pregnant or have children or something like that. Could also talk about, you know, issues from childhood, okay? Things stemming from childhood. It could also talk about a place where kids are not allowed, okay? Because we're specifically talking about where. This could be like, you know, wherever this place is, children and kids are not allowed there. It's like adults only. Let's get three. Where is pile one going to meet their future spouse? Where? Alien. Kind of in the reverse, though. This feels like it's a place you've never been to before. You are going to feel like a fish out of water, but you're not necessarily going to be uncomfortable, okay, if that makes sense, because that is wanting to come up in the reverse position. Let's get a couple more. The hidden. Let's get another one more. This is getting really specific, you guys. This may be something that's invitation only, like this place where you're meeting them at is invitation only. It's not going to be open to the general public. You might have to have a ticket. You might have to have an appointment. You might literally have to have an invitation. Let's get one more. With hidden here, this feels like where you're going to be meeting your future spouse at. It's not public knowledge. The vast majority of people don't know about this place. Let's get one more. It can literally be a silent retreat. And look, there's children coming up, this time in the upright position. This one says raising your children, helping or working with children, starting a family, emotionally immature behavior. We got children coming out twice. For a lot of you, this could be talking about inner child work, healing emotional baggage. I'm just going to say that lightly, right? That's connected to childhood. And the fact that we have it up here reversed, but then also it's in the upright position. This place where you're meeting them at feels like it sets something right, or it puts things into perspective, or it restores the inner child, that kind of a thing. With the hidden, it says here, time to work in silence. I do feel like this is a place people don't, you're not going to hear whatever this place is like just in regular conversation. A lot of people don't know about this place. Okay. And then we got ghosting at the bottom of the deck. Sudden disappearing act, cutting off all communication, feeling rejected. That could be something that this deals with, you know, a rejection or an abandonment wound. Dealing with lack of closure. There you go. A place that helps with closure. Helps with maybe processing old wounds that stem from childhood. Okay. All right. Now we're going to look at when. When are you going to meet them? When, specific timing here. Let's see, we're gonna roll the dice first, but then we're gonna get some more information. So show me overall general energies of when pile 1 and their future spouse are gonna meet. We got Earth energy, that's Virgo, and then we got the number 1. Okay. Earth energy is the slowest moving energy of all 4 elements. We specifically have Virgo energy here, but we have the number 1, so it's like, you know, about a year, possibly a year out. Let's find more. Let's get 3 from this deck. Timing for pile 1 is the number 8, which can be, what is that, August, which, yeah, is also Virgo season. So Virgo season is being highlighted very, very heavy here. This also says 8 days, 8 weeks, everything is in progress, okay? Let's get 2 more. Uh, 4 weeks, 4 months. Oh, no, we don't need that many. Let's get 1 more. This is a timeless reading, so this could simply be like, you know, let's say, like at the time that I am doing this video, we are actually currently, we're heading into Cancer season. We're very close to it. So it could be like a year from, you know, Virgo season, a year from, you know, Cancer. It just depends on like where you're at right now. I am strongly picking up within about a year, okay? Give or take a few months. Let's get 1 more. I guess 2. Fine. This is 11, and then we have Alpha and Omega. It says you are free in the choice of the moment. So this is also letting me know that you do have the ability to speed up timing if you want to. Okay. Let's see. We got the number 8. Yeah, that's August. We have April, and then we have November. Okay. But overall general energies is a year from the time that you're watching this video. The number 4 is coming up again at the bottom of the deck. But the message that is coming through is like you actually have control over timing. You can speed that up, okay? Let's see, what else can we get for timing? Tell me more about when. When is pile 1 going to meet their future spouse? Oh, they want me to go back to your ability to speed up timing if you want to. So there is energies here. The message we have here, it says everything is in progress. We also have respect your feelings. And then this one says listen to friends. Okay, that's giving me energies of possibly like, you know, your friends maybe giving you the advice to go visit a certain, you know, doctor or a certain gym or a certain, like, you know, something like that, a certain retreat or something like that. If your friends are wanting to set you up or, you know, recommend something to you, it's like listen to them, take that advice. Whether they're trying to set you up with somebody, because that person could be your future spouse, or if they're trying to just tell you, okay, you need help getting through, you know, these certain toxic mindsets, go check out this, you know, coach, or go check out this retreat, or go check out this workshop or the seminar. You know, listen to your friends. It's like, listen to them when they tell you to go check that out, because your future spouse is probably going to be at that space. Okay. And then we have make up a balance, be entirely realistic. Yeah, so there's something in your energy that might be delaying, you know, and that's if you're not wanting to wait. I just heard another year for your future spouse to come in. Okay. There's energies coming through about, this says everything is in progress. So to like trust the process of how things are unfolding. Pay attention to what you're feeling. Okay. Yeah, and then listen to friends. Paying attention and respect your feelings. So, you know, if whatever you're feeling in terms or in regards to manifesting in a future spouse, it's like, you know, allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. Respect those feelings. Don't try to like distract yourself from them. Don't, basically it's like, I don't know if you guys are aware of the process of manifestation. There's, you know, masculine energy, and then there's, you know, feminine energy. Masculine energy is doing something, it's making shit happen, it's whatever, and then there's a feminine energy that goes along with the process where you've done everything you can do. It's just pull your energy back and just go and vibe and enjoy your life, right? That's that between worlds energy. Like when there's nothing left for you to do, or nothing that you're doing is working, that's the space that's in between. That's when you let go. That's, you dropped the seed in the ground, leave it there, go find something else to do, figure out another way to enjoy your life and to vibe, right? I'm literally like, just drop it and vibe. Just go, you know, yeah, wanting a future spouse is awesome. It's okay. Nothing wrong with wanting a future spouse. It's if you are clinging and needing a future spouse in order to enjoy your life, that's, you know, that could be an issue. That could be getting in the way. And so, you know, how you can speed up union and meeting your future spouse is dropping it. Just have faith that you've planted the seed. It's in there. The universe is well aware of what you're wanting. Just trust the universe. Everything is in progress. Everything is happening as it needs to bring the two of you together while you're in this transition in between worlds. You know what? It's like while you're in between timelines, you're in one timeline where you don't have your future spouse. You're in transition into a timeline where you do. While you're in between those two timelines, just figure out a way to be at peace with where you're at now and just vibe. Have a good time. You know, vibe in your own energy, fall in love with your own energy, allow your own energy to completely sustain you. Like whatever it is you're hoping that a future spouse will bring to you, you can bring that and cultivate that for yourself, right? Okay. We're going to wrap up your reading by getting some 6 cards from this Who, What, Where deck. So there could be timing in here. There could be some things to give us some more clues about, you know, meeting your future spouse. There's also some other things in here. It's just a fun little deck. So while I'm getting these cards out, you guys, if this was fun, if it was entertaining, if this, you know, added to your quality of life in any way, do me a favor, please let me know what pile you picked, to let me know how it resonated. Definitely smash that like button. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Hit that subscribe button so you can become part of the family, as well as the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, let's get 6 cards. Pile 1 regarding their future spouse. Spends their money quickly. Okay, so your future spouse likes to spend their money. Let's get 5 more. You could also talk about, like, this is where maybe you're meeting them at a place where money, you know, goes really, really quick. Okay. Or maybe something's really expensive, right? And this says has an unusual hair feature. This is maybe like the universe letting you know how, like, if you're getting ready to meet somebody and you haven't met them in person yet, and it's like, okay, how am I going to know it's you? Okay, just go with, I'll be there reading a specific book or having a certain color of rose or a, a specific, this is kind of like what the universe is doing. They're kind of giving you a heads up, like how are you going to recognize them, when you meet them. So they're going to have a very unusual hair feature. This says they're going to have a lighter skin color, a lighter toned skin color. We have likes to use their middle name. Okay, so they use their middle name as their first name. So when you meet them, it's like, yeah, they use their middle name as their first name. Oh, has blue eyes. So light skin and blue eyes. Getting a lot. And then, oh, goes by a nickname. Yeah. Okay. So they either go by a nickname or they use their middle name, but your future spouse does not use their legal first name, as that's not the name that they go by. Okay, you guys. All right, pile one, that was your reading. I hope that it was fun. I hope that it resonated. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next future spouse pick a card reading. Bye, guys. Hi, pile two. Welcome back. We are doing another future spouse pick a card reading. This time it's all about meeting your future spouse, and we're going to open up the channel and pull out whatever energy or information and messages we can around meeting your future spouse. But we are going to ask specifically the questions: how are you going to meet them, where are you going to meet them, and when. But miscellaneous energies, information will come out in the process. Okay, you guys. So fun reading. I'm looking forward to it. It's light, right? It's fun. It's exciting. It's it's the kind of information we want to know. So just keep in mind, pile two, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. If you want this specific reading for yourself as a private reading where I'm able to tap exclusively into you and your future spouse's connection, you can get the future spouse 3 questions reading. That's $25, and just for the 3 questions you can ask: how will we meet, where will we meet, and then when will we meet, and then you can get those questions answered specifically for you guys. Okay, because this is a general reading, right? So that means just take whatever resonates, and anything that does not resonate, just leave that behind for somebody else. But I do have personal readings available. Just check the description box below for booking details, and that reading I just mentioned, you can find it under the future spouse category. All right, you guys. So pile one, pile two, we're gonna get right into your reading. You guys were drawn to the Golden Healer, which ties to the solar plexus. That's specifically Leo energy. Okay, so that could be talking about timing. You might meet your person during Leo season. For some of you, that's also giving me summer vibes. Okay, no matter where at in the world you are, that could be because that, solar plexus is the sun. That reminds me of the summer. So you could meet them during the summertime, possibly outside. Okay, when it's nice and sunny, or the weather's permitting. Yeah. All right, look at that, travel. We're getting overall energies about meeting your future spouse. So meeting them at a time when you're traveling. This is giving me vacation vibes. Some of you, I'm specifically hearing Cancun or Mexico, okay, on a vacation. We got Chiron. Oh, look, Temperance, which is also fire energy, just like Leo is. So there's Sagittarius season coming up. Slash Hierophant, okay, that's Taurus energy coming up. So Temperance slash Hierophant. We also have the Wounded Healer. Transit signs every 50 years. It talks about deep insecurities, emotional wounds, greatest opportunity for healing. We'll see what that means, or what that has to do. Let's get some more overall energies here. We got support. Oh, we got child. Okay, some of you may meet this person, this is very specific, when you are you're traveling at a retreat. Okay, there is energies here that you're going to meet your future spouse, like you're not going to meet them locally. Okay, this feels like meeting them somewhere far away from where you live. Like travel is going to be involved. I'm picking up a long distance travel, okay, where at the very least it's going to be a long road trip, but some of you are actually going to probably end up traveling across seas. It might require, you know, travel via, like, I'm picking up specifically airplane, okay, like where you're wanting to get to. So definitely retreat. We got Chiron here, something that has to do with maybe healing an inner child. This could also be talking about something you've been wanting to do since you were little, a place that you've been wanting to see since you were little, like wherever you're traveling to is like a childhood dream. Something very healing about this feels specifically tied to where are you going to meet them? You're going to be meeting them at a place, like specifically, right? Like geographically, you're going to be meeting them at a place where you feel very supported, you feel very heard, you feel very understood, and it could very well be maybe your childhood home. I don't know if you don't live where you grew up, or maybe this, I'm also picking up energies of maybe visiting where you're from, like ancestral wise, okay? For instance, and this is only coming up because this is I'm channeling this information, and what's being brought to my awareness is when my grandfather, before he passed away, wanted to, I don't think he ever did too, he wanted to go visit Scotland, because that's where, you know, a lot of his ancestors were from Scotland. And before he passed away, he was able to go visit a lot of different places tied to our ancestry. And, you know, he was able to go to different places, the Mojave Desert and stuff like that, tied to our ancestry somehow. He never did get to make it to Scotland, but for a lot of you, I feel like that's what's going on. You're traveling to a place that's either very healing for your inner child, or you're going back to your roots somehow, but it takes travel in order for you to get there. Okay. All right, now we're going to get specifically into how are you going to meet them? How is pile 2 going to meet their future spouse? Whoa. Isolation, dreams. Let's get one more. Coldness. This feels like how you're going to meet them is, you know, you meet them at a time when you're wanting to break away. It feels like you're seeking retreat, rejuvenation. There you go. That's a word. You're seeking rejuvenation. Let me turn that off. Isolation says being emotionally removed, choosing to be alone, recharging. There you go. Recharging your mind and body. Dreams. Let's see. Vivid dreaming, dream messages, reaching for your dreams. The power of imagination. Yeah, it's like you're being called somewhere as a way of healing, as a way of stabilizing, as a way of recharging, a way of rejuvenating. Coldness is absence of love. Love life is blocked, frozen in some area of your life. Yeah, and I feel like that's where you're going. And it's funny that we have the golden healer is what you were drawn to, which is the energy of the sun, right? Which is very thawing, right? Thawing out. You're going somewhere that's gonna help unfreeze you, okay? It's gonna help heal you with the Chiron energy here. Somewhere you're gonna feel very supported, very safe. You're gonna feel very safe, okay? This is how you're gonna meet them in the midst of all of this. Very specific. I don't even think I need to clarify all that. Let's get to where, okay? Where. We'll specifically ask, where are you going to meet this person? We're going to go to the situations deck for that. Where, specifically where is pile 2 going to meet you? Look at that. Love, adore, admire, enchantment. Where are they going to meet you? Say focused. Yeah, focused. Let's get one more. Where are they going to meet you? Searching. Then we got access granted at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Specifically the place that you're going to meet this person at, this does feel like, you know, something that you're online, this, you know what I mean? Like it's like a retreat, or it's a getaway, it's a vacation. You're online looking, searching for more information about whatever this place is. Whatever this place is, they've got like an online following. You're able to, you know, gain access to, you know, their place online, you know, booking hotel room, or booking a room there, or something like that. Okay. Where you're going to meet your future spouse, pile 2, is somewhere that feels very enchanting to you. A place where you feel fascinated. Something fascinates you. For those of you where you might be like, you know, I mean, this place, it could be ancient. There could be, there's just something very fascinating and enchanting about this place to you. I'll just leave it as general as I can. But the way that access is granted to this place, you might even learn of this place online. You're searching and you're looking online for places like this. Okay. Where are they going to meet you? Where is pile 2 going to meet you? Look at that. Love and then chaos. Let's get 2 more. Where is pile 2 gonna meet you? Oh, I just now realized, as Sagittarius, because we got Chiron over here with Temperance, Sagittarius also denotes long distance travel. You're definitely going to meet this person somewhere far away from where you're living at now. Let's get 2 more. Deep thinking. This feels like a retreat, you guys. It does. It feels like some kind of a retreat. Birth. Yeah, birthing something new. That's what it feels like. This is starting over, reinventing yourself, birth of a child idea or project, deep thinking, thinking twice on a decision, preoccupied with one thought, self-reflection. We had isolation come up too. Yeah, that's, I'm gonna call it pile 2. That's what you guys, that's how you guys are gonna meet. Like where and how is like at a retreat. Okay, some kind of a retreat. If it's not an actual retreat, then it's going to be like a seminar kind of a thing, like, you know, Tony Robbins is coming to mind, but I know there's all kinds of different seminars, right? But it feels more like, you know, a lot of healing inner child, okay, healing childhood wounds, finding the balance between love and chaos, right? But I say it's a retreat because, yeah, there's going to be other people there, but I feel like you're going to spend, some of that time is going to be spent by yourself in self-reflection and healing. And it's going to be like, you know, a balance of both. There's going to be a balance of spending time with other people, getting that group support, being guided and led by other people. And then there's going to be times when you spend that time to yourself, you know, and some self-reflection, because I think we had isolation come up earlier about how. Anyway, okay, yeah, so moving on. Now we're gonna figure out when are y'all gonna meet. See if we can pick up on some specific timing for those of you that are curious, which I know a lot of you are. get an overall energy about when you guys are going to meet with the dice. When is pile 2 and their future spouse? When are they going to meet? We got Aries, which is fire energy, and the number 4. That's literal, you guys, because Aries energy is in April. Okay, so that's literal. That's an overall energy. Okay. Literally, it says during Aries season, specifically in April. We're just going to leave it like that, okay? So, Aries season in April, I think that's the first couple of weeks, right? When is, I can find it in here. Give me a minute, you guys. I'll give you exact dates. Dang, you guys got like an exact, an exact date. I love that. Here we go, Aries. Anytime between April the 1st and April the 20th. Now I know, like, you know, the ending dates can fluctuate, so, you know, give or take a few, like the 19th through the 22nd or something like that. So Aries, anytime between April 1st, and we'll say I'm hearing the 23rd, between April 1st and April the 23rd, okay? Wow, that was specific. I was not expecting that. I'm not going to even delve any more into that. It is what it is, right? When are you going to meet your future spouse? Anytime between April 1st and April the 23rd, okay? All right, pile 3. What we're going to do now, we're going to wrap up, or pile 2, sorry. We're going to wrap up your reading with this right here. Now, this deck has a lot of different stuff. It says who, what, and where. There could be, you know, there are some messages in here that may tell you how you're going to meet, or detail about meeting and stuff like that. But there's also other miscellaneous things in here. It's just fun. Okay, so while I'm getting these messages out, you guys, if you were entertained, if you liked this message at all, if it was fun, provided you with any kind of insight, or, you know, added to your quality of life, smash that like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know how it resonated. You can become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, let's see. Pile 2's future spouse. Tell us more about pile 2's future spouse. Ooh, your future spouse, they own their own home. Okay, so they don't rent, they own. So, yeah, they own. They speak with an accent. And actually, no, I'll go ahead. These aren't, I was going to say, if it came up in the reverse, but I didn't specifically put these in the upright position, so I'm just going to flip them all upright. This says your paths will cross during the next air sign season. It says wears 3 red items frequently. And then it says makes something valuable with their own hands. We're going to get one more. Whoa. We has lost a loved one within the last year. Okay, so these are just, you know, very general. Like I said, just take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. I still stand here with, you know, Aries, very specific. But I said, you know, general reading. So for those of you where this does not happen, it's like, you know, the rest of you could be during the next air sign season. Okay. I am being called to see, because, like, you know, it doesn't say what Aries season. It doesn't say whether or not it's going to be the very next Aries season, or if it's going to be, you know, in 4 years during Aries season. So let's see. Let's get timing. We got the number 9 in Pisces. Okay. I'm going to say, It's right in the middle. Air sign is actually the fastest moving energy, and then you have fire energy, which is Aries, and then Pisces is right next to that. And so I'm hearing, you know, okay, so Aries, the dates that I gave you, it may not be the very next Aries season, but it will be within the next, I'll say, couple of years, within the next couple of Aries seasons, okay? But it's going to be, no, I can't say that even. It's gonna be sooner than later. Like I said, it's a general reading, you guys, so it's kind of difficult. Like I am being given specific dates, like when you're gonna meet them, but like, is it gonna be this year, next year, 5 years? It's not gonna be that long, but it may be a little bit longer than what you're wanting. Basically, is what's being coming, you know, which is being come up. Okay, let's see, pile 2. That was your reading. I hope that it resonated. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next future spouse pick a card video. Bye, guys. Hello, pile 3. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are doing another future spouse pick a card reading. This time we're tapping into the energies and we're finding out everything we can about meeting your future spouse, okay? Specifically, I'm going to be asking how will you meet them, where will you meet them, and when. But whatever other energies, you know, messages come out are going to come out, okay? So just keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. You can get this specific reading as a personal reading for $25. Just check the description box below for booking details. Get the 3 questions reading for future spouse, and then you can ask, those 3 questions can be, how will you meet them, when will you meet them, and where will you meet them, okay? There's also other $25 future spouse readings available. Just check it out. The booking link is in the description box below. Okay, you guys, let's see. So pile 3, you were drawn to the gorgeous rainbow fluorite stone. And then let's see, we'll get some overall energies about meeting your future spouse. We have animals. So there may be animals or pets involved. We have Libra. This says justice. Okay, yeah, ruled by Venus. We'll see how that plays in. It could be during Libra season. Which is what, in October, September, October. Then we have differences. We have mice. Animals coming up quite a bit, okay? You literally can meet this person at a pet store. You could meet your future spouse at a place where there's a lot of animals around, at the zoo, okay? You can meet them at the zoo. At animals somehow, maybe at, like, grooming, you know. Those are just some of the energies. We'll see how differences is going to be factoring in. This could just be talking about there's going to be a lot of different animals around, okay? Let's see. I'm not getting a whole lot from, it's just animals. We got animals, we got mice, differences, and then, yeah, Libra. Okay, we'll see. Let's find out how is pile 3 going to meet their future spouse. Show me how. How is pile 3 going to meet their future spouse? We got stepping stone. How is pile 3 going to meet their future spouse? Anger. Is there something called pet therapy? Or do some of you have pets and that's kind of how you, or is that how you get comfort, is through, like, you know, spending time around pets or spending time around animals, or maybe you have pets and you walk the pets or something like that. Because we got differences here, but then we also have anger. So this is kind of giving me energies of being out and about around nature, but specifically around animals as a way of kind of like some sort of emotional regulation. Let's get one more. Fragmented, yeah. Because mice in this deck here, we have, what is this, the Lenormand deck, can talk about especially with the energies here of differences, anger, and fragmented. It's almost like things eating away at you, right? Is a message coming through in terms of like how you're going to meet this person. Very specific message. You know, I feel like we have a lot, maybe a lot of animal lovers in this pile. Somehow animals are going to play a key role or a key factor in you meeting your future spouse. Some of you, I'm literally hearing it's while you're walking your dog, or you're at the dog park, or you know, you're at a cat cafe, or you're at a dog show, or you know, horse shows. It's something like that, okay? But specifically, the energies is coming through, like how you're gonna meet them. You know, something about emotional regulation, feeling fragmented, feeling like, you know, yeah, something about animals being your way of, or being one of the ways that you emotionally regulate. But this is specific. I don't know if you're doing that now, but that is kind of like the energy that's coming through of how you're going to meet them. Okay, so it's going to be at a time in your life where you're feeling fragmented, you're feeling pulled in 1,000 different pieces, or 1,000 different pieces. There's two messages coming through. You're feeling pulled in 1,000 different directions, and or you feel like things are eating away at you little by little with the mice energy here, especially with differences. Good news though is that we do have Libra coming in with that energy, is talking about balancing things out, right? Yeah, so animals definitely coming to play a key role in how you're going to meet your future spouse. We got stepping stone here with taking one step / one day at a time, not rushing the journey, gradually building. Do some of you have like an emotional support animal? Very specific. If that's a yes, if you have like an emotional support animal, that animal somehow is going to play a key role or a key factor in how you meet your future spouse, or meeting your future spouse. Taking that animal to the vet, that may be where your future spouse, you meet them. Taking them for a walk, taking them with you to the store and somebody comments on it, something like that. Okay, man, this is very specific. Very specific. This is too many things going on at once with fragmented and then with mice. Yeah, having too many options. Anger says pent up anger, temper / egos clashing, arguments, disagreements. You feel you've been wronged. Yeah, but then we have Libra coming up here with justice. So like the scales being balanced. Okay. This is just kind of giving you a snapshot of what's going on in your life when you meet this person. So you're seeking balance, and you're doing it with an animal or something like that. Very interesting. Okay, we're gonna find out where now. Where are they gonna meet? Are you gonna meet them? Where is pile 3 gonna meet you? Where's pile 3 gonna meet their future spouse? Poison. Where's pile 3 gonna meet their future spouse? I was picking up on animal control. Okay, that's for some of you, because we got poison here, and then I'm looking at mice, like mice poison, so it could be somebody, you know, that that's weird, you guys. That is super specific, but like animal control. Let's get a couple more. Where are they gonna meet you at? you can meet this person while you're looking for like pest control, okay? God, I'm telling you, specific stuff is coming out. Let me get a couple more. Like I'm seeing images of somebody shopping at the store, at like a grocery store or something, and they're looking for like, you know, rat poison, mice poison, you know, bug spray, ant traps and fly traps and stuff like that. And that's how you meet this person. I mean, that would involve animals, right? But just in a different way. For some of you, with the energy that was coming out earlier, for some of you, you could be feeling like angry and fragmented and stuff because, I don't know, maybe you have like a rodent problem where you're at and you're trying to get it eradicated, and this somehow that plays a role in how you meet your future spouse, okay? Your future spouse could work for, you know, or own like a pest control company or something like that. Maybe that's how you meet them. I don't know. Let's get a couple more. Where are you going to meet your future spouse? Your guys' pile is getting hella specific. Commitment. Karmic. More about that justice. We're going to get some more about where. Third party. Okay, so it's like, yeah, and the animal, right? Animals could be the third party. You're meeting this person through a third party. How is, or where is pile 3? Where's pile 3 going to meet their future spouse? Where specifically? Where specifically? We got rare gift. Where specifically will they meet you? That's funny. Specifically, the third party could be a male, okay? And if that's talking about an animal, that means the animal, you know, it could be male. There could be a lot of men around. About where? Where are you going to meet them? It's not really giving me a specific place, which is, this is the first pile that's given me that. Right, the first 2 piles I was able to pick up on some actual places. This isn't really giving me that. I mean, I did kind of pick up on a little bit. I am picking up energies like it's, you know, a company might be involved. There might be something in the company's slogan or in their mission statement. A slogan, though, because this is going to be your way of knowing, you know, giving you energies of how to know. Something about being committed to something along the lines of being committed to helping you keep you and or your space and or your pet safe and clean. This is giving me energies of like, you know, oh my gosh, termites and pest control and things like that. That could also be like, you know, parasites, you taking your animal into, you know, have it get dewormed or something like that. With long-term relationship, talking about where this may be a company or a place somewhere you may have gone. This feels something familiar to you about where you're going to meet. It's a space, it's a place that feels familiar to you. It's a company you've done business with before, maybe even a long time. It's, you know, a park that you've been to many times. Yeah, something along those lines. With delays here, this is kind of giving, oh, okay. There may be for some of you where a delay in the service, like maybe something's going on and it's causing you to have to kind of wait around, right? And that might open up the door. You might start up a conversation with somebody that ends up being your future spouse. Something very unexpected that doesn't happen very often with rare gift here. It feels like this is getting so specific. This feels like a space that you've been to, a business that you've done business with, you've been there before, you're very familiar with the layout, whatever it may be. Something different about it though is happening in that space that causes some delays in maybe the service you're there to provide, or something is happening. And yeah, that's very specific, causing you to, you know what, too? And then we got crossroads at the back of the deck. This is faced with choices, midst of indecision, facing the possibilities in life and a right of initiation. Something could be happening at this place of business that you're familiar with, or at this park, or whatever it may be, that somehow involves animals, that maybe has you going to go in a different direction or do business somewhere else, or, you know, having to take your pet to a different dog park or something like that. It's like redirection, right? Something's happening though that doesn't happen at all, that has never happened before, that might be forcing you to take a different path than what you're used to. Consider a different option when you've never, you know, this commitment is speaking to a commitment of like a place of business, you know, or like a specific, like I said, park. And then, but something's happening that's you're like, okay, I need to take my pet somewhere else, where, you know, some new place. Okay, it's very specific. All right, let's move on to, let's see, when are you guys gonna meet? When are you guys gonna meet? When? Okay, here we go. We're gonna get some overall energies. Show me the overall energy of when pile 3 is gonna meet their future spouse. We have Leo and the number 12. Okay. Fire energy, which is the element that Leo falls under, is the second fastest moving energy. Typically corresponds to weeks, okay? We have the number 12 here, so it's saying overall timing for the vast majority is going to be about 12 weeks, okay? Could specifically be in Leo season if that falls within that time. It could be during Pisces season if it falls between that time. This is a timeless reading, so let's get 3 cards. When is pile 3 going to meet their future spouse? Show me when. Let's get some timing. We got Cancer season. So it could be on the Cancer Leo cusp, which is going to be specifically, what is that, in July? Is that July? Yeah, could be July specifically. There's the number 4 again. We got 4 weeks coming up twice. April could be significant, a significant month. Get one more. There's Aries. Okay. So we got Leo, we got Cancer, Leo cusp. Okay, so that would be the middle of July. For some of you, we're specifically looking at Aries season. Narrowing that down, Aries season in April. Okay, so between you know, April 1st and what is it, April the 20th. Yeah, overall though, within the next 12 weeks, and if any of these season falls between those 12 weeks, that's just narrowing it down for you. Okay. All right, let's see. What we're gonna do now, you guys, is we're gonna pull some cards from this deck right here, the Who, What, Where deck, the Future Love Oracle card. There is some stuff in here about meeting, like, you know, where you might meet them, when you might meet them, and stuff like that. But there's also a lot in here that could talk about, you know, your future spouse's habits, what they look like, you know, things of that nature. Okay, just a little bit of fun to add to the reading. While I'm getting these cards out, you guys, if this is resonating, if you've had fun, if it's entertained you, make sure you're smashing the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know what pile you picked, to let me know how it resonated. This pile was so specific, you guys, so specific. But I know, you know, it'll resonate for those who it's supposed to resonate with. Anyway, hit that subscribe button if you want to become part of the family, as well as the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Okay, let's get 6 cards from this deck for pile 3 and their future spouse. Pile 3 is future spouse. Tell us more about pile 3's future spouse. They own their own home. Tell us more about pile 3's future spouse. Music will be playing when they ask you out. How cute. So, like, you know, if you're at a business or you're in a grocery store, you know how sometimes they play music, you know? So, yeah. Has 3 siblings. So it's them and then 3 others, so they do come from a larger family. Okay, so they're 1 of 4 altogether. Very specific. But like I said, you know, this is a general reading, so it's not set in stone. We have already know. Oh, this says your future spouse already knows who you are. They are already aware of you. They already. Okay, I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as to say that they know your name, but they've definitely seen you around. Okay, they already know who you are. Let's get 2 more. Has an imperfection with their speech. So they might have a bit of a lisp. Some kind of an imperfection with their speech. Let's get 1 more. Whoa. Okay. We'll get more than 1 more. This one says dyes their hair unusual colors. We also have communicating their feelings comes easy for them. Imperfection with their speech. I'm also hearing, so they might have a really, really thick accent. Okay. It's not an imperfection. Okay. But it may be difficult for you to talk, like to understand what they're saying. Okay. Not an imperfection, but that is a message that's coming through. It says, oh, look, there you go. Can speak more than 1 language fluently. I just see what I mean. I didn't see that when I picked up on that information, but yeah, so that might be what the quote unquote, you know, and I read energy, not necessarily, you know, the context. It's obviously, it's not an imperfection, but they may not speak your language very well, or it's just a really thick accent where it's difficult for you to understand what they're saying. Okay. And it says, yeah, can speak. So I am picking up that they can speak the language. They speak the language very well, I'm hearing, but the accent is really, 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 really thick. okay? Difficult for you to understand. All right, pile 3, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated. I hope it was fun. Hope it was entertaining. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next future spouse pick a card video. Bye. Hi, pile 4. Welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are back doing another future spouse pick a card reading. This time we're tapping into the energy of your future spouse and your guys' connection, and we're pulling out as much energy as we can, as much information and messages as we can related to you guys meeting, okay? Specifically, I'm going to be asking the questions: how will you meet, where will you meet, and when will you meet, okay? But a lot of throughout this entire reading, a lot of miscellaneous information comes out, so just whatever comes out regarding meeting your future spouse. This has been such a fun one. I love this reading. It's been light, right? Yeah, I've really enjoyed this reading, doing these readings for you guys. Anyway, pile 4. Yeah, just keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just whatever resonates, keep that, and whatever does not resonate, just drop that, leave it behind for somebody else. I do have, if you're looking for this specific reading as a personal reading where I'm able to exclusively tap into you and your future spouse's connection and get these, this kind of a reading more guided for you, just check out the description box below. There is a $25 future spouse reading called Future Spouse 3 Questions. And then the 3 questions that you can ask is: how will you meet, where will you meet, and when will you meet? And you can get this exact reading specifically for you, okay? And then there are also a lot of other $25 readings available in the future spouse category. All right, so we're gonna get right to your reading, pile 4. You guys were drawn to the blue Apatite. Put that over here. Let's get the overall general energy about meeting your future spouse. Okay, we got finding answers. Okay, overall general energy, finding answers. Interesting. And you guys were the only pile to get 2 of those cards. We got Saturn. Ooh, okay. Signified by the tarot card, the World. It rules Capricorn. Let's see. Keywords here are discipline, fears, challenges, law, ambition, structure, karma, and lessons. So this may be indicative of the timing, and of course we'll find out when you're going to meet them at the end of the reading, but this says every 2 to 3 years. So this might be one, you guys, where timing on this one could be delayed, but we'll get to that point. And if it is delayed, you guys, I'll give you answers as to what's going on, and then like what you can do to speed up that manifestation or speed up union if that's what you're wanting. Some people are actually fine with like, yeah, I'm okay with not meeting them for another couple of years or so. But for those of you where you're like, no, I've waited long enough, we'll get there when we get there. Okay, we got trust here, overall energies, and then we got Tower. Put that right here. I'm gonna get right into how, because I think this is kind of a lot of like what's going on in your life when you meet them. How is pile 4, sorry, how is pile 4 gonna meet their future spouse? Show me how. How is pile 4 gonna meet their future spouse? How? Look at that divine timing. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not laughing at you. I can already feel. I can feel the frustration. Pile 4, specifically in your guys' energy. I'm picking up like, where are they already? We got stepping stone, taking it one step and one day at a time. I will, okay. This is right off the bat, you guys, and you can take it or leave it, but your guys' I did not do this for any of the other piles, but I'm being given advice for you guys. And then I'll clear the board and we'll start over with actual energies. But You know, if you don't want advice and you don't want to hear any of that stuff, just fast forward past this part when you see me clearing these cards away, and then we'll get into the actual reading. But let's get one more card. This is advice, you guys, coming through. This is like a heads up. Give me one more. What are you wanting to say to pile 4 about their future spouse and their journey? Third party. Tell me about this third party real quick. What's this third party got to do with anything? We got trust coming up twice here. We got trust and divine timing, and then trust down here. Saturn. Oh, okay. With the tower. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Big message coming through pile 4, and this is not even part of this reading, but it's coming through, so this is for you, okay? Whether you want, you know, to receive the message or not. The message here is to trust the process. Trust the process. Take it one day and one step at a time when it comes to whatever's happening in your life. Saturn, it feels like the energy of Saturn, especially with the tower energy coming here, there may be something about your foundation, pile 4. And when I mean your foundation, I'm talking about internally. I'm talking about your belief structures, your thought patterns, your self-concept, your self-image, something about your inner structure, your inner foundation has not been congruent, has not been in alignment, and has even been either delaying your experience of a happy, right, marriage with a future spouse, or has even been yeah, it's just been skewing things. And so that's kind of like what's going on right now, because we got finding answers, right? I was only going to get one. I only got one card. That was the intention, but these two came out together, finding answers, literally. It's like, maybe that's what you're trying to look for. I don't know, you know, what's going on with finding answers. But with divine timing here, the message is here. It's like the moment you stop seeking and looking for answers is the moment those answers will almost like they'll come out from within you. But there's something going on here with your foundation is being shaken up, or even being broken apart, so that it can be built back in a more solid nature, right? I don't know if you're wanting a future spouse as a way to kind of like stabilize and regulate your own emotions, but it's almost like, you know, and there's nothing wrong with wanting things, right? But when you understand the fundamentals and how manifestation works, yeah, we won't go into the manifestation of it quite yet. I'm picking up, you guys may not be in a space to, I don't know, to receive that. The thing here though is, in the meantime, while you're waiting for a future spouse to manifest in, find ways, you know, to like regulate your own emotions. And there are, you know, there's absolutely so many ways to do that. I actually teach that on my other channel, called Your Wish Fulfilled. It's linked in the description box below. Okay. that way you're able to, while you're waiting for the future spouse to manifest in, you're able to learn how to regulate your own emotions, and you're able to learn how to really thoroughly love and enjoy your life. And your ability to do that is not attached to anything in the 3D. It's not attached to a person. It's not attached to a circumstance. It's not, you know what I mean? So your inner foundation gets really strong and solid when you're able to get to that place. I'm not saying that you have to get to that place before you find a future spouse. That's just the guidance. Like, as you're waiting for them to manifest in, it would benefit you greatly to discover that power within yourself. You do have the power to regulate your own emotions, to enjoy your life to the fullest, and love your life to the fullest, right here, right now, just in your own energy, without a future spouse. Okay, that's, we'll leave it we'll leave it at that. And there's the World at the what? That was the card that I pulled, was the World. And we got the World showing up twice. Saturn's at work right now in your life. The inner, some of you might even be going through a Saturn return. This could actually be talking about when you're going to meet them. Okay. People usually go through their Saturn return at least a couple of times. The first Saturn return that people go through is around the ages of, what is it, 27 to 29. Okay, that could be giving you specific timing between the ages of 27 and 29. And then, you know, the second Saturn return is later on in life. You know, yeah. Was it late 50s, 60s, something like that. But that's going to be specific for those of you where you're, you know, you haven't you haven't gone through, you know, your first Saturn return yet. That's saying literally, you're either going to meet them during your Saturn return, or you're going to meet them after the Saturn return has completed, right? That energy has completed. Otherwise, this is just speaking about the work of Saturn in your life. Saturn's energy. Oh, wow. Saturn's energy at work in your life, tying up loose ends, closing old chapters. Ooh, something going on with the throat chakra, you guys. Are some of you having problems speaking up? Voicing your needs, getting your message out? Man, yeah. There's the Four of Cups in that. Yeah, I can feel your guys' energy. There's something about this you're not wanting to hear, and I'm sorry. I don't hate it, but I don't like having, you know, I wanted this reading to be something that was gonna add to your vibes, and it's more or less pointing out, at least this part is, about you know, what's holding the process up here. And I am picking up on energies where a lot of you are not wanting to hear that, right? So we're going to clear the board. Clear the board. And actually, I'm going to burn some Palo Santo so I can get you guys. Yeah, y'all are frustrated. I got my son in the background right now. He hasn't been gaming all day. Today's his day off, but he's cussing. He's frustrated right now, and I feel like that's, you know, part of the energy here that you guys are in. I'm sorry, you guys. I love you. I need to get some more of this stuff, but for those of you that are still here, do me a favor and breathe, okay? We're going to get back to the reading to get you more information about what's going on with your future spouse, you know, how you're going to meet them, when, and all that good stuff. But, you know, we had to get the necessary messages out of the way first. Breathe. You know, center and reground yourself. You may even want to take a break from this reading real quick and just do something that's going to center and reground or ground your energy. Just breathe and focus on, you know, in the body, being in your body. Okay. Ooh, pile 4. All right, let's get back to it. How are you going to meet? Let's get 2 more. How are you going to meet? You're going to meet when you're trying something new. Oh my gosh. Okay, a couple more. Which you're feeling led to try whatever this new thing is that you're trying. You're being guided that way. Let's get one more. Oh, there you go. I've got death. Oh my gosh. I might have to take a break and go sip on some water or something because this is not clearing up. This energy is getting stuck in my lungs and in my throat. How you're going to meet your future spouse, pile 3, is definitely when you're trying something out. You're in a mode of getting out of your comfort zone and just trying things out. This is giving me the energies of somebody of not really knowing if they're going to enjoy, you know, like cooking or gourmet things or stuff like that, but you're trying it anyway just to see if you do, right? Or, you know, some of you might be like, I've never tried that before, but there's this class going, I'll go check it out. Maybe I'll like it, maybe I won't, right? Which you know, you're kind of being guided in that way. Higher power says choosing your highest good, aligning with your higher self, connected to spirit, on the path of the divine. And it's happening during a time where you're in a space of like big transition, right? Of course, we got Saturn energy here twice with the tower, right? And then we've got death here, which is Scorpio energy. You know, these two combined, this is heavy Scorpio energy. I know Saturn doesn't rule Scorpio, but I am kind of picking up on those vibes. There's definitely, you're in a time in your life where a lot of shedding is happening. This even says shedding required, but how you meet your future spouse is during a time, I feel like, when you're really discovering who you really are. I'm feeling like that inner foundation we were talking about that's being broken up. How you're meeting them is during a point in time where you're really getting to know yourself. You're at a point in time where you're very malleable in terms of like an identity. You detached yourself from who you thought you were, and you're in the process of discovering who and what you really are. And that includes, like, what do I like to do? What brings me joy? Do I like dancing? I don't know. I'm going to go find out, right? And do I like painting? I don't know. I'm going to go find out. Do I like, do I like theater? Do I like opera? I don't know, but I'm going to go find out. It's like you're getting beyond. And I feel like this is happening because you may have been allowing fear and ego and doubts, right, to run the show. So what I mean by that is you're not allowing fear and doubts or even whatever. I mean, your mind might be being like, that's not gonna be something that I like, right? Theater's not gonna be something that I like. Opera is not gonna be something that I like, but you're like, I don't know if I like it. I'm gonna go find out. You're in that space, right? You're very connected to spirit. You're very connected to, I feel like there's an ego death going on. A lot of that's what it is. You're observing and you're realizing, you're like, yeah, I might not enjoy it, right? This is the energy you're coming from. I might not enjoy it. I might not. But I don't know. I'm going to go see for myself. It's trial and error, right? I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I'm going to go see. You know, and it's in that time where you're out and about, you're exploring, you're not just exploring like, you know, hobbies and, you know, different places in different parts of towns and even exploring maybe different cultures or something like that. You're exploring yourself. You're getting to know yourself. And I am picking up a lot of energies on maybe doing a lot of these things by yourself. This is you learning who you are, learning what you like, and also getting very comfortable and falling in love with your own energy, falling in love with where you're at in life, falling in love with your life, period. Oh my gosh, my son is cussing up a storm in the background. Let me tell you guys, hold on. I'm almost done. I'll be done in 10 minutes. I'm probably not going to edit any of that out. It's all part of the reading. I'm sorry, you guys. All right, we're moving on. Let's find out where you're going to meet them at. Where are you going to meet your person at, your future spouse? Where are you going to meet your future spouse pile for? Where? Karmic. So possibly through a third party. You might be introduced to this person. Where? Completions, lesson learned. Let's find out where. Where are you meeting this person at? Legal. Okay. There he goes again. Jeez, he's frustrating me. This is giving me energies, you guys, of like, okay, because I'm talking about a place, like where are you going to meet this person at? It's going to be at a place where something is having to be signed to close something out, okay? And of course, we've been talking about wrapping up cycles, closing out cycles. So this could be literally you signing your rights away to something, okay? We're talking about specific places. This could be, we have legal here with court and paperwork filed. It could be you can meet this person at a courthouse. You could be meeting them at a place where they do notary, right? You can meet them at a place where it doesn't have to be you specifically, right? It could, but we're talking about the place itself. So the place itself, I'm seeing paperwork, people signing documents to close out contracts, right? There could be a lot of like men around, divine masculine energies around. You could literally meet this person like at a place where what's coming up, or a kind of a scenario, is where maybe people go take pets to be adopted, right? So, you know, you have someone that's giving up their rights to their pet. I mean, yeah, it could be children too, you know, like through foster care or something like that. But this feels like a place where people go to tie up loose ends. a place where people go to sign away their rights to something, or to close out a contract, things of that nature. The place itself, honestly, doesn't, the energy at that place does not feel good. Okay, people typically, when the moods that they are in when they go to this place, we have here sad, broken, and feeling alone. Okay, so some places I'm picking up on, and don't shoot the messenger, this is just some things, right? So yeah, court, jail, places where, you know, people go to drop off pets to be adopted, maybe places people go to drop off cars that they no longer work or no longer being used. It could be a place where they're contracted to do business with another business, you know what I mean? So yeah, some kind of a third party thing here going on. We're talking about actual places, right? Where you're going to meet your future spouse. The actual place. Anything else that wants to come through about where... I feel like it's going to be a place of business because I'm seeing like the shaking of hands here. Yeah, the key word, people signing away their rights to something. Okay? Contracts, paperworks, tying up something, tying up loose ends, things of that nature. Oh, there, look at that. We got sold with, okay, real estate, moving, physical location change, selling a house, offloading assets, right? A place that does that, or through that kind of a business, like where you're going to meet your future spouse. Because we're talking about where. Okay, let's see. Now we're going to get to the when. When are you going to meet them? When is Pile 4 going to meet their future spouse? We got Leo and the number 4. So fire energy is in 4. Let's see. That's Cancer energy, but that's also April. What's the 4? Yeah, that's Cancer energy. Could be during the Cancer Leo cusp, which is going to be sometime in July, the middle of July. That's very specific. Could also talk about 4 weeks, okay, within the next 4 weeks. This is a timeless reading. Let's find out more. When is Pile 4 going to meet their future spouse? Within the next 4 weeks to possibly 4 months. Let's get 3 cards. When is Pile 4 going to meet their future spouse? On a Tuesday. This is start being creative and put down a marker. Yeah, that's that trial and error where I was picking up you trying a lot of different things. We got Friday. This is finalize something and just let go. So that place that we were talking about, that might be a place, I don't know if you work at a place like that, or if this is you like selling your house and the place that you're doing business with, you meet your person that way. Something like that, because this is finalize something. I'm seeing a contract being signed. But it's coming with a feeling of loss, right? Letting go of something, yeah. You know, when closing out that cycle, finalizing something. For those of you, if you're not divorced yet, right? Like if you're separated, you're not divorced, there's something that's needing to be finalized. Possibly legally, like legally finalized. Selling that house, releasing that business to somebody else, getting divorced officially. Let's get one more. It will work out soon. Yeah. So, you know, when really depends on you. I think we did have divine timing that came up. I think that was this pile. Sorry, I've been channeling and there's been a lot of energies and a lot of things happening with your guys' pile. A lot of interruptions, a lot of frustrating things happening. You know, yeah, I'm picking up on that energy from you guys, but that's also happening in the actual reading, like interrupting the reading itself. And so, there's something, pile 4, that you're needing to wrap up that is possibly legal, like that includes, you know, legal documents and legal papers. And it's like, when are you going to meet your future spouses? When you wrap that up, when you finalize that, when, you know, and if there's nothing for you to legally wrap up, right? But I mean, that's all over this reading, you guys, okay? Even where are you going to meet this person? It's going to be at some kind of place like that. For the rest of you where that does not resonate, or, you know, that just whatever, it's like when you let go. There's something that's needing to be wrapped up. There's a cycle that's needing to really just be let go of. I'm hearing for some of you where it's like you might be holding on to grudges. Release that person to karma, because karma is going to be able to settle those debts better, you know, than we ever could, right? Release that person to karma. Which, you know, a lot of the times when we're holding grudges, we're holding a lot of bitterness and resentment and stuff like that. That's us trying to use our own power to bring it around, you know, that debt being settled by that person, whether it's literally or energetically, karmically. And it's like, let karma do what karma does. Like, we're trying to be karma ourselves, and it's like, no. I mean, yeah, you can devote your energy to that if that's what you want, but it's going to take a lot more of your creative energy to do that, when you could be using that energy, you know, to create the life that you want to live, and let karma deal with whatever that situation is. Okay, you guys? All right, let's see. What we're going to do now is we're going to get some messages from the Who, What, and Where Future Love Oracle card deck. Who, What, and Where, okay? So there is some energies in here. There are some messages that pertains to how you might meet your future spouse, you know, how, where, what might be going on and stuff like that. There's other things in here too. It's just a fun deck to kind of wrap up their reading. So let's see, while I'm getting these messages out, you guys, if this resonated, if it was entertaining at all, if it provided any kind of insight or guidance that you feel it's going to help you along your path, do me a favor, make sure you're smashing that like button. For me, it's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know what pile you picked, let me know how it resonated. And then you can become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss an upload or an announcement. So let's get 6 cards from this deck. Pile 4's future spouse. Tell us more about Pile 4's future spouse. Tell me about Pile 4's future spouse. Or, yeah, let's see. We have wants to send you a message. Your first kiss will be within 1 year from now, and this is a timeless reading, okay? For a lot of you, I think it was, what was it, between 4 weeks and 4 months. Yeah, so it's not too far away. Look at this. It says they called you the other night. You may know this person, okay? You may know this person. You may literally be in communication with this person right now. This could be an ex for some of you. Don't come for me, okay? I'm just, that energy is there for those of you where that resonates. For those of you where you know you have not met this person, you are in communication with them energetically. They are trying to get through to you, okay? But it seems like there's just some stuff going on over here that needs to be cleared out of the way. But for a lot of you, you already know this person, okay? But I don't know. It says your first kiss will be within 1 year from now. This could be talking about like reconciliation for those of you where you don't know where. This could be talking about reconciliation for those of you where, you know, this person being an ex does resonate for you, okay? This could just be talking about the two of you working things out sometime within a year from now. So timing coming through, regardless whether this is a reconciliation with someone from your past or if this is someone completely brand new. It's like, I know, and it's not really narrowing it down, but it's literally like it could be anytime within the next 4 weeks to the next year, okay? But for those of you where you're like, I would rather have a more like pointed time, and literally they're saying like all you have to do, there's some kind of something that's needing to be finalized, something that's needing to be wrapped up, and you know that you can hasten the timing there, okay? Things are being delayed and being drawn out, I feel, because a lot of you, pile 4, where this is resonating, is kind of, you're dragging your feet on closing out a cycle, finalizing something, okay? Let's get 3 more. We has been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. So your future spouse looks like they might be going through, they might need to be doing some healing and shadow work as well. Let's get 2 more. Look at this, you guys already knows who you are. You guys already, the vast majority of you guys already know who your future spouse is. You already know who they are. A lot of you, it's an ex, okay? I'm just saying that. Let's get 1 more. Again, this is a general reading, so do not come for me in the comments with, that's not my ad, I want my ad. I don't want to hear that, okay? General reading, if it does not resonate, leave that behind for somebody else where it does. This says, has a tendency to be forgetful or late, okay? So that's just kind of giving you the energy. Oh, you know what? Yeah, and this may be frustrating for you too, because this can be talking about the energy, like, you know, yeah, they have a tendency to be forgetful or to be late. For those of you that know your person, this is just going to be confirmation, like, yeah, that's your person, right? Otherwise, it's for those of you where you've been trying to manifest in a future spouse and they're not coming in, right? That's just kind of testament to the frustration that you might be feeling because this person, you haven't met them yet or you haven't crossed paths with them yet. But you guys, the vast majority of you, we got 3 messages here that indicate you already know this person. They want to send you a message. They called you the other night and they already know who you are, okay? 3 out of these 6 messages say that you already know this person. All right, you guys, we're going to end your reading there. Yeah, we're going to end your reading there. I hope that it resonated. I hope it was entertaining, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next future spouse pick a card reading. Bye.